Y'all, the gloves are off because DDG's mom just came for Halle Bailey's entire reputation, and the way she's exposing her, it's not looking good for Halle at all. See, Halle thought she was about to air out DDG with her sneaky little claims about his weird habits, but what she didn't expect was his mama stepping in, flipping the whole story, swinging and exposing the side of Halle fans weren't ready to believe yet. Now the internet is in shambles, the family's drama is getting messier by the second, and everybody's starting to question if Halle's innocent image is just one big performance. So how did we get from Halle's subtle shade to Tonya dragging her for filth? And what did Tonya reveal that's got fans completely switching sides? Let me break it down for y'all. So it's a whole new world of drama between Halle Bailey and DDG that has officially gone off the rails. And now DDG's mama Tonya is stepping all the way in, making sure her son isn't the only one catching that heat. After Halle started dropping hints that DDG's family dynamic was, let's just say, shaky and questionable, Tonya wasted no time clapping back and calling out what she claims is Halle's real personality. And according to Tonya, fans have seen the polished Hollywood version of Halle, not the side that's been causing trouble behind the scenes. But before we dive deep into Tonya's clap back, let's rewind a little bit, because this didn't just come out of the nowhere. Y'all know Halle's been low-key blaming DDG's family for the whole mess that their relationship turned into, especially his mama. In her court filings, Halle didn't hold back and basically implied that DDG's mom was enabling the drama, never holding him accountable, and even played a whole part in the covering up for him when things allegedly got toxic. But trust, Tonya did not appreciate being thrown into the mix like that. For example, when she claimed that DDG allegedly put hands on her and chipped her tooth, Halle wrote, "When we arrived at his house, I was crying and told his family what happened. I begged his family who were there to help me figure out a schedule with him. They just said leave Halo and go." Y'all also know that she claimed that Tonya helped DDG hide the fact that he wasn't a present father, like he would like us to believe. She wrote, "I am aware that Daryl leaves Halo with his mother most of the visits, and his mother cares for Halo." Now, it didn't take long for Tonya to come back into the situation and join that chat, and the way she did it, it was clear that she was in mama bear mode. She hopped on Instagram, posted that infamous Kermit the Frog meme, and captioned it, "Hello Jesus, take the wheel." And that might seem subtle, but anybody with common sense caught the shade. And right after that, the internet started dragging her for being an enabler like Halle claimed. Well, Tonya fired off another message basically saying enough is enough. She posted, "I don't usually comment or say anything on this internet, even with all the negativity, lies, and hatred towards mine. But these accusations made me realize I've been quiet too long." But this is where the whole thing spiraled, because Halle came with some receipts. She dropped some text that straight up exposed how deep DDG's mom was allegedly enabling him behind the scenes. Now, one of those receipts Halle exposed basically confirmed what folks have been side-eyeing Tonya for. In the text, instead of DDG handling his own child, Halle was clearly dealing with his mama. She texted Tonya saying, "Just keeping you updated. We'll be back on the 11th. Haven't heard if Moo still plans to get Halo like we talked about. If he's around, you can get him the 27th and bring him back the 4th. If not, I'll keep him till we return." Tonya then claimed that DDG didn't have the time to take Halo, saying, "Hi, I forgot to text you. He said that he will wait until you get back to get him." Well, right after those texts hit the blogs, Tonya wasn't having it. She clapped back extra hard, basically saying Halle's out here trying to play twisting the facts. According to Tonya, she's the one stepping up for Halo when DDG's unavailable, and instead of being grateful, Halle's throwing shade. But fans aren't really buying it, because if DDG's such a hands-on dad like Tonya claims, why is his mom always the one making the arrangements? Well, fans definitely went off on the comments of Tonya, and they said stuff like, "I don't normally like to blame parents for how their grown adult children behave, but DDG's mama is a huge part of the problem, and her posts since the restraining order, shameful." And DDG mom is a typical boy mom, so her standing behind her son isn't surprising. But there's also the fact that Tonya basically lets her sons walk all over her. And y'all already clocked it, like in this clip where DDG literally smacks the food right out of her hand. And instead of checking him, she laughs it off like, "It's cute." Yeah, enabling much? Kinda weird for a black mom.
What happened? She gonna talk to me. She acting like I did something mean to her.
You better stop, mother.
But But it's not just Halle who's complaining. In another clip, her other son's baby mama complained about how disrespectful he is. And what did Tonya do? She laughed it off, saying that's just how he is and he's never gonna change. Just no accountability, just excuses.
A rare way of communicating, but I don't talk to people disrespectful. If I'm talking in a high-pitched voice, it's not like I'm calling
no, I know him.
It's not like I'm calling
just him.
But you can't keep giving people that's just him because it's
but
still
it is
disrespectful.
How long y'all been together?
But it don't matter, it's still disrespectful.
He ain't changed from day one. He's been this way.
No, Dayon is a little bit more disrespectful than what he was.
No, I was explaining to her that I don't act like a relationship to her anymore. Like I just act how as if I would act towards, regular, like not regular, but like normal. It's an affectionate you, it's a relationship you, it's a lovable you, and then it's like regular.
But that's not even the craziest part because DDG's brother Dub basically confirmed the whole dynamic in plain sight. In this video, he called their mom the nicest woman ever. Well, let's be real a second for a millisecond. The way he said it sounded more like she lets her grown sons run wild without ever checking them.
When y'all see mother Halo walking in the room with my brother's stream, my mama is coming to bring that here. My mama is the reason why we get our motherfucking kids. I don't talk to my goddamn baby mama. My mom is the reason why me and my brother get our kids. We go through my goddamn mama. My mom is nice as hell. This could be my mama cup. Chino can come and slap the cup out her hand. She's gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna give me another cup. My mom is the nicest person in the world. The fuck?
And the fans clocked it immediately. They've been side-eyeing how Tonya's always inserting herself between her son and their baby mamas, basically acting as the middleman, all because her sons allegedly don't even want to deal with their own kids directly. Look, nobody's saying that Tonya's a real bad mom or trying to drag her parenting, but based on what Halle's claiming, it sounds like Tonya's been enabling DDG's toxic behavior for way longer than we thought. But this is where Tonya completely lost it, and she decided not to hide behind cryptic Instagram post this time. Nah, she went full savage, pulling out a swarm of legal declaration and airing Halle all the way out. According to Tonya, Halle's been lying through her little chipped tooth, exaggerating the drama and pulling every trick in the book to cut DDG off from his own child. Now everybody knows Tonya was riding hard for her son, and the way she tried to flip the script on Halle though, it's wild, because in her sworn declaration, Tonya straight up accused Halle of stalking DDG with air tags. According to Tonya, the first AirTag drama popped off in 2023 of June. Then DDG found one hidden in his Maybach, and it didn't take long for the situation to spiral, because that same night, Halle allegedly pulled up to a movie theater in Beverly Hills where DDG was allegedly with another woman, uninvited. Well, Tonya claimed Halle even called her directly that night, going off saying she knew exactly where DDG was and threatening to F him up for sneaking around. But Tonya wasn't done spilling the tea, because according to her, the movie theater papa was just the beginning of Halle's obsessed ex behavior. Well, Tonya claims that the very next day, she, DDG, and her boyfriend George did a full sweep of DDG's Maybach, and what did they find? An AirTag hidden underneath the back seat, and that's how Halle always knew exactly where to catch him slipping, and especially at the movies that night. But hold up, wait a minute, because she did not stop there. Tonya says a few days later, George was driving DDG's Escalade when he started getting them same creepy AirTag alerts on his iPhone. At first, they couldn't find anything, but the alerts kept coming, so they ripped the car apart again and found another AirTag hidden behind the back seat. And just when they thought it was over, Tonya claims the AirTag popped up 2 weeks later, this time tucked away inside a random vitamin bottle in the Escalade. But y'all, it got even crazier, because Tonya claims Halle's tracking obsession didn't stop with cars. She allegedly took it to a whole nother level after the baby Halo was born. According to Tonya, in April 2024, she found a fourth AirTag, this time hidden inside Halo's diaper bag, and not just casually thrown in there. She claims it was tucked underneath an internal cardboard lining, like somebody was deliberately trying to keep tabs without being noticed. But it gets even messier. Fast forward to January 2025, and Tonya says she and her boyfriend moved into DDG's house. While they were unpacking and organizing, she stumbled across a box of unused Apple AirTags tucked away in one of DDG's bedroom drawers. And guess who allegedly left them behind? Halle, who had been living there on and off before and during her pregnancy. Well, after Tonya aired all that out, it's no surprise that things between her and Halle have gotten even more strained. Things are so bad that Halle has even refused to let Tonya around Halo. And y'all know how Halle got a restraining order against DDG, right? And the judge ruled that she could take Halo to Italy with her to film her new movie. And she was also rewarded sole custody, y'all. Well, the judge recently ruled that DDG was allowed to visit her in Italy for supervised visits with Halo. See, DDG tried to block Halle from taking their son, Halo, to Italy while she films her next movie. But Halle wasn't having it. In her legal response, she basically told the judge, "I have to be on set in Italy from June 7th to August 4th, 2025. Daryl's known about this for months, and this job is how I pay the bills for me and Halo." Well, the judge eventually agreed to monitor supervision, but here's where the real drama kicked off, because according to court reports, when DDG's lawyer Larry Bachman asked the judge to let DDG visit Halo under Tonya's supervision, Halle wasn't having it. Her lawyer Jeremy Lane shut that down real fast, telling Judge Latrice Birdsong that Tonya couldn't be trusted to monitor those visits fairly. Why? Well, because Halle had already accused Tonya of enabling DDG's toxic behavior and claimed that's exactly why she filed for sole custody in the first place. In the end, the judge sided with Halle, saying that these visits could happen, but only with the neutral professional supervisor in the room. But here's where it gets messy. The judge made it crystal clear that if DDG's visits with Halo do go through, there's going to be strict rules. First one, no posting Halo on social media during these visits. And y'all know how much DDG loves to post Halo, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out for him. But here's where it even took a wilder turn. DDG's lawyer claimed that they tried to line up supervision for the visits, but all they could get was a therapist willing to chaperone. Yes, y'all, a therapist. Meanwhile, Halle's team wasn't having it either. Her lawyer let the court know that they had already reached out to Italian authorities and they've got detectives and private security ready to handle these visits properly. That's when DDG's camp started questioning why a chaperone was even necessary, but the judge shut that down too, pointing out the protective filings that Halle submitted. And at that point, Halle's team offered a solution. Her personal nanny and security could handle the supervision, but DDG's lawyer fired back, saying the nanny shouldn't be allowed to testify in future hearings if she's involved. The judge agreed to that term and locked in both the nanny and the security for the visits, but it didn't stop there, because Halle's lawyer revealed that the nanny's actually scared to be alone with DDG, which is exactly why security had to be present too. The judge approved it, and now DDG's visit with Halo comes with full-time eyes on him. Well, nobody was surprised when Tonya tried to fight the court's decision. She argued that she's perfectly capable of being the chaperone and made it known that she thought Halle was being weird for trying to keep her away from her own grandson. But considering all the drama tied to Tonya's name, yeah, fans weren't exactly buying her innocent grandma act. And they left comments under her post saying stuff like, "You should have dealt with this nasty behavior before because you know he has issues, but all you care about is the money and trying to look hip. And as a mother, yes, I defend my sons till the wheels fall off. However, wrong is wrong. Hold your son accountable. He hit that girl in front of your grandson and you want to defend the behavior? Nobody deserves that, let alone the baby being a witness. They don't grant RO for nothing. Hold that boy accountable and hop off the cloud train while you can." So now the internet's split, because some people think that Tonya's just a protective mom defending her son, while others feel like Halle's finally exposing the messy dynamic that's been playing out behind the scenes for years. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. With restraining orders, custody battles, and family secrets flying everywhere, this is far from over. But the question is, do y'all think Halle's being extra by trying to keep Tonya away from Halo, or is she just protecting herself and her son from the same pattern? Drop your thoughts and comments below, and don't go nowhere, because the next video gets even messier. Tap, tap, tap in.